So growing up, I always hated school. And my mother used to tell me, she said, you should enjoy it. You got to work for a living. I said, but Mom, I'm going to host the Cool Wrestling Podcast, the worst podcast on the internet today. I really wish I listened to my mom. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with your mother.
I should have listened to my mother. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Cool Wrestling Podcast, the worst podcast on the internet today. I'm your host, as always, the Hash Brown Kid. Here with me is Ray Dolphin.
What's up, my guys?
And my boy Cactus.
Incoherent screeching.
All right, so big week ahead. Got that dual show. We 2 events, 1 day. Pretty fun, pretty exciting. We kick off with the morning show with Beyond Wrestling's Sodom and Gomorrah. In the House of Independence in Asbury
Park.
Yeah, Asbury Park, the place with the worst fucking crowd ever.
Oh God, they're always terrible.
Yeah,
like
a lot of the crowd on these shows, or at least on the Beyond show, got picked up by the mics of the commentary team. God, just Jesus Christ, these people.
There's just a lot of unfunny smarts trying to get their shit over. It's just stop. Just fucking stop.
Like the Cool Wrestling Podcast. Hey.
All right, well, let's jump into our first match, where we had Wheeler Yuta versus Kimber Lee in an intergender match, which Beyond absolutely loves, and Beyond is making me love them.
They fucking love their intergender matches. Like, I didn't like the 2 that were on the last event. These 2, the 2 that were on this event were a lot better.
There were 3 on this event.
There were 3 on this event?
Yeah. This was probably the worst of the 3.
I'm just talking about singles matches.
Singles? Yeah, there were 3 on this. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure I'll remember what matches were.
Yeah, when we get there. This wasn't the best. Yeah. This was my least favorite of the 3, but two of the other 3 were 2 of my most favorite intergender matches I've ever seen. So that's kind of stacking the odds against this match. We had a spot in this match where Wheeler Yuta hit an atomic drop on or a reverse atomic drop on Kimber Lee. And she just sits there unaffected and shouts, "I ain't got no balls."
Indeed.
I popped pretty hard for that.
Oh,
yeah, that was probably the spot of the match, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
We just got done ripping the crowd, but they did one of my favorite chants in this match, and that's "Stupid Sexy Yuta."
Oh, yeah. Well, Yuta is stupid and sexy.
Indeed.
All right, well.
There's not a lot to talk about with this match.
Not much to talk about this match. But we've got the finish, and if you boys wouldn't mind, I guess I can say the finish. Kimber Lee gets Wheeler Yuta up in the electric chair position, looking like she's going to go for the "I am your leader," which is Chris Statlander's move, which those 2 are in an ongoing feud on Beyond Wrestling's Uncharted Territory, their weekly show. Very good. You should watch it. She shouts, "Hey, Stat, I'm your leader," before Wheeler Yuta rolls her up and gets the 3 count. Which a reaction image you can find on our page looked hilarious.
Yeah, cause it's not only just the anger in Kimber Lee's face and the weird face Yuta had. I don't even know how to describe it, and just some dude just elated in the background.
It was definitely great out of context.
Yeah, he looked like his wife's boyfriend just gave him a freaking Wii U. It was amazing.
All right, so what do we got for ratings, boys?
I gave it a 75.
I gave this a 70. Like I said, it was my least favorite of all 3 intergender matches on the card, but it was serviceable wrestling. How about you, Hash?
We got any maracas around?
Oh shit!
I have 2 beer bottles.
Well, fine.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Ring the fucking bell. Or not.
All right, I agree. I agreed with Ray. This is 70.
Oh God!
It sounded so far away.
It's because it was.
I'm trying not to fucking destroy your eardrums this time.
No, I want my eardrums to be destroyed, goddammit, and I want our 5 listeners' eardrums to be destroyed as well.
Is that better?
They chose to listen to this podcast. They deserve to lose their hearing.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Next, we had Bear Country of Bear Bronson and Bear Beefcake taking
Is it
on
Beefcake or Boulder?
They called him Beefcake this time.
They switch every single
I feel
time.
like it was just because the commentary or the Rich Paladino fucked up. I don't know.
In my notes, I refer to it as Beef Boulder every time, just to make sure.
I think I'm going to start calling him that.
Yeah, you might as well have to, because they do change every fucking time.
Exactly. They need to make up their mind. I love this tag team, and I needed to know what to call one of the members of this tag team.
As they took on Alex Reynolds and VSK, who I'm just going to point this out right now. Y'all can argue about it if you want. VSK is a better wrestler than Alex Reynolds.
I feel like that's not a very controversial opinion.
No. What's your favorite fucking Fleetwood Mac album too?
Damn right. You know it. That was just something I noticed, and I wasn't sure if you agreed, because some people like the old school heel shtick that Alex Reynolds does. I just preferred VSK as an overall wrestler. Alex Reynolds should be the fucking backup, not. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like VSK is definitely a better wrestler, but Reynolds has a more solid gimmick.
Yes,
true.
Definitely. When I see VSK, I don't know what he is. Like, I don't know what he's about.
He's good.
I didn't have much knowledge of him prior to him coming out and helping Reynolds at All Hands on Deck, and then coming out at this show. But just looking at Reynolds, you can tell he's a smug asshole. He comes out to My Way, and he wears a fucking cigar jacket, a smoking jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, not the Better My Way by Limp Bizkit.
My Way, the highway.
He comes out to Frank Sinatra.
Wrestling
Hashtag
podcast.
My Way.
Hashtag my way.
Yes, my way. Speaking of how VSK is just a better wrestler, he hit a really cool spot where Bear Bronson was on Bear Beefcake's shoulders as if to go for the elevator drop, their finish, I believe so. And VSK hit Bronson with a cutter, and it just looked so cool when he came down from it. Just because Beefcake's tall. Beefcake's got to be like a minimum 6'6". Like, you can never tell, because on the independents a lot of people are shorter and it kind of amplifies everyone else's height, like in ANW where Luchasaurus looks like he's 7 feet tall, but that's because he tags with Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt.
Yeah, Marco Stunt, an effective solitary midget.
Yes. You were saying, Cactus?
Yeah, not every company could afford to have one of their fucking talents be labeled shorty.
Oh, yes.
Most of their wrestlers.
We will not speak of that.
Who would have done that?
You're using his slave name.
Shorty G.
Shorty G. Of course, I'm talking about NWA.
Yes. Which, by the way, great show.
Oh my god!
I know we haven't reviewed them, and we possibly will review their first pay-per-view coming up, which I really like. I would want to. Their weekly show, NWA Power, with like 3 R's, is so good. I didn't grow up with the studio wrestling style, but man, did it just! I felt nostalgic for something I had never enjoyed, never viewed growing up.
It definitely feels old. Like, it feels like we had never left the 80s and we're still in the fucking studio and shit.
Yeah.
Like, fucking the first fucking documentary I ever watched for WWE DVDs was The Rise and Fall of WCW, and it included, the extra matches. So it included some of those studio matches. So that's why, guys like Magnum TA and fucking Ric Flair, the Horseman, and all that shit. It harkens back to those days. Everybody's a good promo too. They have probably the best promo work out of like.
It's weird to say televised given it's on YouTube, but like weekly episodic wrestling shows, they probably have the best promo work.
It feels real. All of it feels real.
And I know we here at the Cool Wrestling Podcast are not all the biggest fans of old redacted Cornette, but I've been enjoying his work on commentary for them.
When he's stuck in the past, it works.
Yes.
when he leaves the past and he comes to the present, that's when the fucking cringy old man starts yelling at some clouds.
Yeah, that's why they made it look like a studio, so you can still think he's in fucking 1984.
Exactly. All right. You know, I'm the one that took us off topic, so I should bring us back on topic. We need to finish. I could sit here and talk about NWA Power the entire podcast, but let's get back to the match.
Power.
We had the finish. Well, not leading into the finish. Alex Reynolds went for the fireball spot onto one of the bears. I can't remember which one, but he missed and actually fireballed VSK in the face, which led into a hilarious spot that I just died watching. You know, the old walking backwards into a big guy. Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Walking right into Bear Beefcake.
Beautiful.
All right, so let's get into the finish.
Yes, let's do that. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Elevator drop from Bear Country.
Yes, for the 1, 2, 3 ratings, gentlemen.
I gave it a 77.
I gave this a 75. Very serviceable tag team match. How about you, Hesh?
I gave it a 70.
70? All right, we had a nice spectrum there.
We're in the same range.
Exactly. We can move on to the next match where we had the Ovaltine Dream, Thomas Santel versus Ken Doane of Club Cam.
This one we might disagree with.
The first thing I noted from this match is like, how am I going to pay attention to who's who? They're just clones of each other.
God, Ken Doane is such a good heel. I could talk about this forever. Ken Doane is just he shit all over Asbury Park, and just there's a part before the match. The opening segment I could rate on its own, probably would get a higher rating than the match itself. He goes out into the crowd, he's yelling at fans, calling them fat, getting in their faces. Blaster McMassive has to hold him back.
Blaster McMassive is fucking massive, by the way.
Yes, he's huge. Yeah.
He's a blaster.
So, and then eventually when he's outside the ring, getting in the faces of fans, Thomas Santel has seen enough. And he starts fighting with Ken Doane. And at one point, he holds him back and lets fans just chop Ken Doane in the chest. That was great.
Yeah, during the match, at some point, Ken Doane yelled at a child.
Yes. Yeah. That's what he's so dislikable. It's great.
You could buy him as a douchebag because he seems like he's just a douchebag.
Exactly.
It's great.
He definitely needed to be hugged more as a kid.
Yeah. Don't, ladies and gentlemen, a PSA from the Cool Wrestling Podcast: hug your children. The world doesn't need more Ken Doanes.
Don't get too heavy with the hugging though.
And for the love of God, keep them away from cheerleaders. That's all.
Yeah. All right. There wasn't a lot more to talk about, I don't think. Anything else, boys, before we jump into the finish?
The match did not seem like it was worthy of the introduction to the match.
Yeah, like I said, I have 2 completely different ratings.
I only have one just because I suck.
My biggest takeaway was that the crowd did a really dumb "you missed" chant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I couldn't buy that.
Chants weren't on point tonight.
Just you missed. You missed. It's dumb.
Yeah.
If you ain't got nothing nice to chant, don't chant anything.
So how about the finish? Either one of you, whoever's got it, because I don't write them down.
All I have is
poke in a pen.
All right. Ratings. Right. I gave this a 65.
I gave this a 57.
Not the opening segment. The opening segment is mid to high 80s for me. I just loved Ken Doane bitching at the crowd, yelling at a child, and then getting chopped by fans.
You know, I thought we would disagree with this match a lot more than we did. I gave it a 60.
Yeah, there we go. See, we have a nice little spectrum there.
Up next, we had Christian Casanova with Cam Zagami taking on Chris Dickinson.
Yeah, the last
boys. Guess what? The Dick Strings are back.
Round of applause for the Dick Strings. They're back. So this match kind of was directly correlated with the end of the previous match, where Dickinson came out to save Santel from the beating would receive from Club Cam. And just before the match, the referee kicked out the rest of Club Cam, leaving top talent Christian Casanova to face Dickinson by himself. Anything else? No real notes on this.
The finish was fucking dumb.
The finish was dumb. Right now there's a child crying in the background, so I'm trying to be like.
Oh no! All right, well, tell me about the dumb finish.
Okay, so fucking they set up this table, right? And it looks like he's going to fucking, it looks like he's going to fucking Pazuzu bomb Casanova through the table. Casanova gets down, they scruff a bit. He comes back body drop through the door for the 1, 2, 3. A back fucking body drop was the finish.
Yeah, no. There's like it's goddamn 2019. You're using a back body drop as a fucking finish.
It has never been a fucking finish.
Well, it is now.
We found a worse finish. We officially found a worse finish than the fucking Juice Effect. Congratulations.
In the year of our Lord 2019.
Oh my god. That being said, it didn't really take much for the match.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. Also, I don't have written down what they said, but I do have written in my notes that I legit hope all the smarts in the crowd die.
I agree.
Like, this match kind of tipped it over the edge for me, I think. With the crowd just being annoying.
Boys, what were them ratings?
Oh, them ratings? I gave this a 75.
I gave this a solid 80. I like the match.
Yeah.
Wow, right in the middle again, 78.
Yeah, and at the end of this match, Club Cam came back out, and it looks like Christian Casanova has been excommunicated because, as they said about Milk Chocolate, they don't like losers in Club Cam. So I guess one loss and you're out.
Damn. But that's not true because Casanova's lost quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I guess they didn't have the one loss and you're out the rule then. So the next match,
Man.
Oh man,
Raw Dog John Silver.
This match was so good.
Isn't VSK and fucking Metals part of Club Cam?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. They're on their own. Yeah.
They're other douchebags.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I remember. I forgot the guy's last name, but they referred to him as Smart Mark something. It escapes me at the moment. But they refer to him as Smart Mark.
What are you talking
about? Their manager. He helped. He helped Alex Reynolds beat John Silver at American Rana.
Mm.
Yeah. He gave him the handful of coins, the roll of quarters. Yeah.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about. That's why I was getting confused because it's
very
few managers anymore in wrestling, and I miss them. But
yeah.
So like seeing two managers in one show.
Yeah. So getting into this match, like I said, great match, probably up there for match of the night on this card. The Meat Man, John Silver versus Eric Stevens, was quickly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers this year. This match was stiff as shit.
Yeah.
And we started out with a bit of chain wrestling. And it was good chain wrestling, too. Like, they were going on the ground and, like, exchanging holds. Really good. You don't see a ton of that in today's, culture of flippy shit. Not shitting on the flippy shit. I just also like seeing the technical stuff occasionally as well. Let me see here. Yeah.
It was just a fun, hard-hitting match.
I don't have a ton on this match because I was so enamored and just watching it.
I want new Cruiserweight Classic, and I want John Silver winning that fucking thing.
You really think John Silver is under 205?
He's 178 pounds.
There is no way that man is 178.
I just looked it up.
Each bicep has to be like fucking 50 pounds. And those are each biceps.
Yeah, and each bicep's taller than him. Like
there is no way John Silver is under 205.
John Silver's under 205.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
You don't have to buy it. It's the truth.
Okay.
All right. It was a very stiff, as you said, stiff hosses beating the shit out of each other. A Dilf and a Meat Man.
Yes.
Going at it.
Yes. Right. Dilf Eric Stevens. All right, Cactus, what do you got for the finish?
Oh, the finish was a crucifix driver followed by a running knee from John Silver.
for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate that match?
I rated a 79. I liked it slightly less than the previous match, but it was still a great match.
Oh man, I gave this a 90. I was into this match.
I gave it an 85.
All right, right in the middle. And I will say, after the match, this is also referencing uncharted territory. John Silver calls out Nick Gage, and one shouldn't do that. But given the circumstances, he was calling out Nick Gage to request a handshake. Because on uncharted territory, after their match, John Silver came up short against Nick Gage. Nick Gage offered him a handshake, and John Silver was angry and didn't take it. But after a nice pep talk from Eddie Kingston, he changed his mind, and out comes Nick Gage. He asks for the handshake. Nick obliges. He says he's not about that pussy shit, and happy ending. They respect each other, and that leads straight to the next match.
You know what Nick Gage doesn't respect? Women.
Oh my God. Which leads to our next match, which is Nick Gage against Addie Starr. In her first match back and beyond in a very long time, and she has to go against the leader of that MDK gang, East Block Hate Crew, Murder,
Club.
Death, Club, my apologies. Murder, Death, Fucking Kill. Nick Gage. Wasn't expecting much, didn't know much of Addie Starr coming into this match. Man, did she earn my respect in this match.
We watched one match with her WrestleMania weekend, Cactus. It was a 4-way fucking fans bring the Legos death match.
Oh yeah, I remember that match now.
Yeah,
with fucking Cannonball, Jeff Cannonball,
Matt Tremont, and some other fucking deathmatch guy. But no. So I had ideas of her work before going into this. Safe to say afterwards, ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
I think actually Nick Gage was the other man in that match. I think actually Nick Gage was the other man in that match.
Oh.
The Legos match.
Oh my God, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Wow. So yeah, Addie Starr is one tough bitch. Early on in this match, Nick Gage grabs her by the hair, shouts, "Welcome back to Beyond, bitch," and throws her through a door. That was very Nick Gage of him. And she got up, and they kept fighting. Nick dominated the early portions of this match, but she kept coming back, and she kept getting her licks in. At no point was she down and out. Both competitors got their shit in, and like I said, she came out looking tough as nails.
Oh yeah, like she definitely showed. She definitely gave everything in this match, and it's just I want to see her again. Like it was a great match.
Definitely. Like I said, the other two. This was one of the other two intergender matches on the card that I liked a lot more than the first intergender match. This was one of my favorite intergender matches I've seen all year.
Yeah, this is. I'm not a huge fan of intergender matches, but this one and the Callahan versus
Tessa Blanchard
match from earlier this year, probably the two best of this year.
Yeah, this is definitely an example of like sometimes the women can go just as hard as the men. She gave Nick Gage a fucking Nick Gage-esque match, and she and she's a woman. She kept up with the big boys. The biggest boy, Nick fucking Gage. So that just shows you women can go too.
Yes, they can. It was a fun match. Paul Driver from Nick Gage for the win.
Before we jump into the ratings, I do want to point out one more spot that kind of cemented her as a badass in my eyes. Nick took a door and was breaking it over her head until the door just kind of dissipated, like there was no door left. And then he hit her with and then he hit her with a fucking choke breaker, and she kicked out at 2.
That was a great spot.
That spot made that match.
Yeah, that really did. It got my attention. The rest of the match, it would kind of, for most of the event, I'd only been kind of paying like 3/4 of attention. That match, that spot, kind of fucking pulled me in fully.
Yeah. Yeah, great spot. So ratings wise, I gave this an 87.
I gave an 84.
Ooh, I'm the lowest on this match, 83.
Still in the 80s. That's still a good match.
Once again, yeah, if 83 is the downside.
This was a very good match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Who up next? Can I announce this fuckery?
Oh, go ahead. By all
got-
means.
Alex Zane, Johnny Cockstrong, Eric Corvus, Simply the Best, Steve West, Daniel Makabe, and Tony Deppen.
This match was a clusterfuck in every meaning of the word.
I don't think we've seen much of, if anything, from Corvus, West, or Maccabee, but they were phenomenal. I really want to see each one of them again.
Oh, definitely.
We've seen Steve West before, I think.
I know I've seen Daniel Makabe before.
Yeah, like I really want to see them again. Each of them just great.
And
yeah.
I'm going to point out like the very first spot in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Cockstrong, they're all like in a semicircle, and Cockstrong's talking shit to everybody. Fuck you, your mom's a hoe, basically shit like that. And he bounces off the ropes, drops to his face, and tries to steamroll
it was great. He's just rolling into their shins, and they're just sitting there. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on.
It was the dumbest fucking shit I have ever seen.
Yeah, all 5 men gave him the Spirit Squad bomb.
Yes.
After that, great.
And speaking to the fact that we hadn't all seen everyone in this match before, this was probably my first time seeing Daniel Makabe. I'm really impressed with his ability to literally turn any move into a submission.
Yeah.
He really filled that void in my life of a technical wrestler who turns everything into a fucking hold. Like, he's just always trying to like snap a limb or just make something hurt.
He reminds me of like a residential sad boy. He looks sad all the time.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
he reminds me about what Impact wants TJP to be, because TJP does the same stuff, but it's not nearly as fluid.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a point in this match that kind of points to that, where commentary pointed out Makabe was on the top rope, everyone was outside, and they said if there's anyone who can do a submission onto everybody, it would be him. And I would believe that.
That was right before that like abdominal stretch onto Zayn, right?
Yes.
That one on the that was a phenomenal fucking spot. Every guy gave it their all.
Yeah. Who was? I believe was it Eric Corvus that blew a snot rocket onto Johnny Cockstrong's package?
Steve West.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steve West, the one doing.
Steve West. My apologies.
Oh yeah, I'm in love with Steve West now.
Yeah, Steve West.
As a wrestler is concerned, phenomenal.
Steve West did the best spot I think I've ever seen, and that is the people's snot rocket. He basically went for the people's elbow, but hit with a snot rocket at the end. It was beautiful.
Oh, simply the best.
I never thought I could pop so much at someone blowing snot on somebody.
I'm a fan of people changing moves, right? Like adjusting moves in certain ways to kind of make it their own, like how Shibata follows up a GTS with just like a fucking penalty kick. One I don't like is go to cock.
Oh my god!
Where he goes into a sleep position, lifts him up in the air, and hits him with his cock. I fucking hate Johnny Cockstrong.
You hate that more than the what I've called the tombstone cock driver.
Oh my god! Is that the one where he puts his fucking underwear over their head?
Yes, he puts your head into his tights and then hits you with a sit-out pile driver.
No, fuck that too. Fuck Johnny Cockstrong in general. Boys,
man.
Moving from a spot I didn't like to a spot I did like. I want to say it was Eric Corvus that package shoulder breaker.
Oh yeah.
And then he just fucking stood up and did a fucking pile driver after it. Like it was fucking awesome.
It was great. We had a Chikara-esque spot in this match with the human centipede of submission maneuvers.
Oh yeah, like all fucking like 4 out of the 5 men, other than 4 of the 5 guys who weren't Maccabee, were getting submitted by Maccabee.
Was Zayn? Zayn wasn't in it because Zayn broke it up with the crunch wrap.
Indeed.
Yes. So everyone who wasn't McAfee was being submitted at once until Alex Zayn gets on the top rope and hits him with a crunch wrap.
Yeah. Zayn also in this match hit a spiral tap, and I think he calls that the cinnamon twist.
Yes.
I think I saw where he calls
I'm still waiting for his move called the Baja Blast.
I mean, that's what he calls that stupid fucking, like, flipping, I don't even know what it's, flipping side slam.
Oh, yeah, the one where he has you to side slam but flips, and then it's like a face buster, but it's always fucked up every single time you see it.
Yeah, that's the Baja Blast.
Is that you implying that Baja Blast is fucked up every time, Cactus?
Yeah, that is
because I will fight you.
I'm Taco Bell Pepsi gang.
Fucking square up.
Literally. I will fight you.
Come on, gamer. Fucking square up, gamer.
Baja Blast gang in the house. What is up?
Baja Blast gang in the house.
All right.
There's a nasty looking cradle destroyer.
Oh, the one that was on the was that the one that was on the rope from the corner?
Yes.
Oh my god, yes. His neck just came down on the rope and just bounced up.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
in a good way. Terrible in a good way. It looked disgusting.
Right.
But I was all for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like that was one of the cooler moves I've seen. Like one of the more effective moves I've seen.
Yeah. And you know, I feel like again we could do a whole podcast on this match. We should probably move on. We've got a lot of other things to cover.
All right. So the finish is a knee from Tony Deppen for the 1, 2, 3.
Rating. Yeah. After a miss, because I want to say this fucking spot because they messed up on commentary. They said it was a packaged Canadian destroyer. It wasn't. It was a Gotch style Canadian destroyer for some reason. By West.
All right.
Cool.
I gave this an 88.
I gave it a 92.
All right, boys. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Johnny Cockstrong took 20% of my rating away.
Oh, jeez.
So when I say that it's a 70, what I really mean is that because of Johnny Cockstrong, it was a 70.
You don't like the go to cock? Come on.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, was it after this match that we went into the intermission?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we came back with Andy Williams and Pepper Parks sporting a brand new mask. The Butcher and the Blade taking on Dan Barry and fucking Bill Carr, Team Tremendous.
And Team Tremendous had on those fucking death metal shirts.
They're fucking branches. How many branches does your shirt have, bro?
I know what it says, but I still can't rate it. That's how I know how wicked it is. Just
I refuse to call him Pepper Parks when he's in The Butcher and the Blade. It's Braxton Sutter. He's in The Butcher and the Blade.
Is it? Because I swear I heard them call him Pepper Parks.
They did. They did the entire time, but every single time else I've heard him called Braxton Sutter when he's in The Butcher and the Blade.
Okay, I've always thought it was Braxton Sutter only in Impact, and Pepper Parks was his indie name. If he goes more by Braxton Sutter, let's call him that.
The entire.
I think it's like the difference between fucking Beefcake and Boulder. It's just the commentary.
Okay.
The entire first half of this match was outside the ring.
But before we get into that real quick, I just want to say this is a very symmetrical situation with these two teams. You got the really big guy, and then you got the still big guy, but he's not as big as the big guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sutter and Barry, Williams and Carr.
Yeah.
You know, like the difference, pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And definitely.
Yeah. And it was.
Like I said, most of the first half of the match happened outside the ring. I don't even think that counted as the match because once they got into the ring, then they announced the teams.
Yeah, they didn't ring the bell until they got into the ring after brawling on the outside.
Yeah.
So does that not even count towards this match?
Probably not.
God damn. Everything is terrible.
You know, this was a very, very serviceable match. I don't have a ton of notes. It didn't blow me away. It was
so there was a back body drop by Bill Carr that fucking Barry met with a fucking super kick.
Oh man.
Like that was a cool spot.
Yeah. And like I'm not saying it's a bad match. I just wasn't blown away by it.
Well, I mean, if you need someone to talk about spots, I got at least like two more.
Oh, go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead. I have nothing.
So
No
I got
dead air.
weird Uranage backstabber. It didn't work well. That's why I call it weird. I think it was Carr and Barry who did it. Team Tremendous got a lot more offense than I wanted them to.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because I'm a huge mark for the Butcher of the Blade.
Yeah.
All right, I got the finish.
All
Anybody
right.
else got any notes? Cactus.
I just love this match.
All right, cool. We go to the finish. Boom. Picks up Sutter. Oh, what's Dan Barry doing? Blockbuster powerbomb, the tremendous device for the 1-2-3. I'm sure it's not called the tremendous device. That's what I called it, though. 1-2-3. What's the ratings, boys?
Was it a Blockbuster Powerbomb? Because I thought it was like a fucking Shiranui electric chair.
Oh, that's what it was. Literally the reverse of both moves.
Yes.
Literally. Fuck. All right, cool.
I gave this an 84.
I gave it an 86.
And I gave it an 88.
All right. The next match, we had, again, one of my favorite intergender matches I've ever seen. We had the Galaxy's greatest alien, Chris Statlander, going up against Matthew. I like to jump off of high places and take chair shots to the head, Justice.
See, this was like going to be one of my favorite matches of the card. I really, really didn't like the ending.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get why they had it. They want to continue the feud between Kimberly and Statlander, but it was such a good match up until then.
It really ended it on a sour note for me. So
Yeah. So this was just I've noticed that Chris Statlander seems to work better against men than women. She works very well with men.
It's like a Candice LeRae situation. No, I'm not saying anything bad about Candice wrestling in the NXT Women's Division. What I am saying is her work with Joey Ryan against any other team was the best work she'd ever done.
Yeah. Most of the best work I've seen from Chris Statlander has been against men. Her match with Chris Dickinson was phenomenal. This match was great. She just holds her own against men, has great intergender matches.
Where would you put intergender matches in Match of the Year category? Do we make our own?
I don't know. I kind of want to, just because I've seen so many good ones.
I mean, Evolve has definitely shown us a lot more than I have ever seen watching major promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we have to get a known category for intergender matches, then we got to do it for like every single type of match.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem because we got to.
If we think the match can hold its own, we put it in Match of the Year regardless. You know,
Right.
Because the women have their own, the men have their own. So if it's a man versus a woman, I don't want it to have its own category. Just put it up. You know. This match really showed Matthew Justice does not need a deathmatch gimmick to put on a great fucking match.
No.
This guy can go without all the light tubes, the skewers,
The jumping off high places.
He didn't do that in this match, which he will later in the night. Yeah.
What he did is accidentally. I'm not sure if it was accidentally. It might be on purpose. He chopped fucking Chris's face.
Oh.
With one of his knife edge chops.
Yeah. Let's see. We had Chris Statlander went for that commentary called like a boomerang moonsault. You know, where she's on the apron and she does the standing moonsault onto you.
As good as their last ones.
Yeah,
he didn't. She did not hit it all the way, and I thought her face. I thought she landed face first on the outside, which was like concrete.
Which would have been cool.
But she got right up, so she was obviously fine.
Which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can I give a shout to the fact that she calls her 450 the area 451?
Yes.
No, you may not.
I like it. I don't give a fuck what hash it is.
It was more of a 425 the way she did it. But yeah.
First point of contact feet.
Wow. Yeah, so like I said, aside from the finish, phenomenal match. We can get into the finish if you guys don't have anything more to say.
No, I don't know.
All right, so.
Okay. Well, Kimberly distracted Chris on ringside, and Justice hit the crunchy for the win.
Boo.
All right, ratings.
I gave it a 72.
I gave it a 73.
I gave this
that much for me.
I gave this an 89. I was able to look past the ending. I really liked this match. Like I said, it was one of my favorite intergender matches I've ever seen. Yeah. This now leads into our main event, where we have the ruler of ass, and pronounced in all capital letters, Warhorse.
Warhorse.
Yeah, he weighs like what, 4,000 pounds of heavy metal?
Heavy metal. Versus Orange Cassidy. And this match was for the Independent Wrestling TV Championship.
Holy shit, they took this match in a place I did not expect it to go.
100%. Oh my god.
Like, yeah, I was ready to just resign this to a 69% and just watch it. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not.
At first, I thought this was going to be that, but oh my god. Because I was thinking, this is such a weird clash of styles. You know, Orange is so laid back and just, you know, comical with wrestling. And occasionally he'll break out the fast-paced shit. And Warhorse is just 100% the entire match intensity. Yeah. Orange matched that in this match.
It started out with the Orange Cassidy taking the glass off and throwing them at Warhorse.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was on.
While it wasn't the most intense Cassidy match I've seen, it definitely caught me the most off guard.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Both guys were amazing. Cassidy was just fucking doing all this flippy shit and moving faster than he normally would in this match, keeping up with Warhorse.
God, okay. It got to the point where he did his lackadaisical chops and all that shit that we mark out over, and it's like, wow, and we buy into the acts. He actually did the fucking shit like if he was really a wrestler and not Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Punch, elbow, fucking super kick.
Yeah.
Like
Warhorse got a phenomenal match out of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, and not only was he doing like fantastic moves that usually just like half-assed it because it's his gimmick, but he was working the arm, so he was giving that wrestling logic too.
Yeah.
Right.
Not allowing Warhorse to hit his lariat.
Yeah.
Which he hit anyway.
Yeah, because Warhorse.
Exactly.
You can't beat heavy metal.
It really was just one of those matches that it caught me so off guard that I just loved every second of it. I couldn't really think of much wrong with it.
And this is a prime example for all the people who think that Orange Cassidy is just some gimmick and he can't actually wrestle. This motherfucker is really good.
I mean, the motherfucker was Fire Ant.
Exactly. A lot of people don't know that, or a lot of people just kind of ignore that fact that he can go. It's been shown. If at this point you see this match and you still think Orange Cassidy is just some gimmick, you think he's just a joke.
I get for the people that just watch 5-second wrestling clips. Cornet, like it just looks like a goofy gimmick, but this guy could actually fucking wrestle. Like if you watch a whole goddamn match, you would know that.
Yeah, definitely. Orange is definitely one of those guys you have to watch the whole match and not just the Twitter clips.
Yeah, because every single match he does like real wrestling. It's just his gimmick is that he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So yeah, like one of the spots that in the beginning that kind of made me feel weird was when Cassidy went for the OJ, like almost in the complete beginning, and Warhorse just stood up and said, "Looks like you missed." To which I groaned. Puns don't belong in wrestling, people.
Well, they do if it's Warhorse saying it.
I just praised the Area 451 and said that puns don't belong in wrestling.
All right. Do we have any more big spots before we move on to the finish of this?
I got nothing.
The commentary called something that wasn't a Meteora.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
The Beyond commentary team really isn't that good.
No.
Yeah. I'll give him credit though, because I know what you're talking about. I think it was a Michinoku driver.
Yeah, it was a Michinoku driver that he called a Meteor, which, by the way, fucking Taka Michinoku-esque Taka Michinoku driver.
I will give the credit, because after they called him a Meteor, like after 2 seconds, like that was not a Meteor. What the hell am I talking about?
Yeah, on occasion, I think is it Dave Prazak? Something.
Not sure.
On the Beyond commentary team, at certain times makes Kevin Gill look like fucking Bobby the Brain Heenan. Yeah. So let's get into the finish, boys. We got a whole nother card to go over.
Double stomp.
For the 1,
Double stomps of death.
2,
For the
3.
un, du, trois. All right, boys. What y'all got?
I gave it a 90%.
I also gave this a 90.
Boys, I'm looking at a 92%.
Oof. We almost
still-
had the trifecta, but still, ring the motherfucking bell. All right.
Yeah, I mean that was one of
Yeah.
those matches that
That-
if we only had matches 90 and up on the match of the year, it definitely would have made it.
Yeah, definitely. Overall, amazing card. Do we have a cool rating for this show, or
I do not. If you guys have a cool rating, be my guest.
I can't think of one? So
It's been a really busy week. I'm sorry for
It's
ratings.
I don't know. It's like a really awkward family vacation road trip. It's got its really high spots, but it's got a lot of stuff you just end up forgetting anyway.
yeah.
So
It's like Thanksgiving. Like everything's cool, everything's good. Like it gets better, and then that one weird Kimberly shows up, and it's like,
Oh, it's cousin Kimber. Ugh. Why didn't her parents just name her Kimberly? Why did they call her Kimberly?
oh my god! Oh, and there she goes about the fucking.
And she always eats all the fucking cranberry sauce.
yeah, she was good before.
The biggest fucking crime of all. Lay your hands off my fucking cranberry sauce.
Exactly.
Here,
All
stop
right.
looking with your hands. What are you, a fucking monster?
Let's
We
move
move
on.
to No Sleep.
The main event of the
GCW
evening.
from the House of Independence in Asbury Park, New Jersey. We get mostly the same crowd, and I hate it.
Yeah.
But crowd aside, this entire card fucking ruled.
We kick off with. There's
Yeah,
probably
We've got a GCW fuckfest. 6 men in a ring.
Jimmy Lloyd,
Yep, we kick off with Jimmy Lloyd.
Jordan Oliver, Blake Christian, Shane Mercer, the Meat Man, Raw Dog John Silver, and the fucking X-Men fucking Fox movie Beast over there.
KTB looked so fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
God, Cactus, if you could get a screenshot and put it on the screen for this part, I would love you. But because I feel like my description could not do it justice. He has a Phantom of the Opera mask on. Half of his head is shaved. The other half is long hair with a little bit of blonde highlights. And he is shaved down the middle of his beard to give himself fucking mutton chops. This man looks like I went on WWE 2K and I hit the fucking random button.
Fucking
I'll give you one better. I'll put KTB as the entire thing for this match because that saves me a lot of time.
Yeah. Oh my god. For fuck's sake. Jesus.
Oh Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh man. The match opened up fast as hell. Yeah, when KTB was coming out, he grabbed doors and just threw them in the ring, and we led straight into some spots. Like Blake Christian was sitting on the turnbuckle during the entrances. KTB just fucking grabs this man and essentially Death Valley drivers him from one side of the ring to the other from the turnbuckle through a fucking door, and Blake died.
Oh, that was a fucking really
Blake
awesome
died. If that didn't set the tempo for this match, I don't know what else would. This match was fucking wall-to-wall action, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah, no, this match was great. Like,
Yeah,
I just really enjoyed this. There's so many spots we could name. Like, we could literally make like a podcast episode about this match too.
Yeah,
because it's just wall-to-wall spots.
We had KTB have. I wanted to call it a Kreutz Wrath, but it wasn't a dragon suplex. It was just a German. But
no, that's the Kreutz Wrath.
Oh, that's the Kreutz Wrath? Okay,
yeah,
so
there is none
Shane...
where they catch you to a dragon, but that would be fucking
okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Alex. Shane Mercer has he has KTB up in the electric chair position, throws him up a little bit, catches him for a German, and just throws him through a door. If that does not show how strong Shane Mercer is, oh my god, I don't know what will. That KTB's not small. KTB's fucking big.
I don't know if you watched it, but there was a time when Shane Mercer picked up an entire set of of high school bleachers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, he picked up bleachers and walked them to the ring.
There is nothing that the Iron Demon can't lift at this point.
That was in like June, I want to say.
God, yeah. No, it was a fucking long time ago.
And
Jesus
we
Christ,
mentioned that John Silver was in this match, and just like we said, these happened on the same. Both shows are on the same day. John Silver pulled double duty, and when I told Hash that John Silver was in this match when we were watching this event, he said, "Oh, well then he might just take it easy." He proved us wrong pretty fucking fast. John Silver went full speed this whole damn match, despite having worked earlier in the night.
He went raw dog.
Yes, he went raw dog.
I mean, there's no other way to describe him. Congrats to John Silver and Alex Reynolds, by the way. Fucking Beyond Wrestling, and 2 days later, or 3 days later, 4 days. Yeah. Sometime later, that
the
same
Beaver
week,
Boys are back together to job out on AEW.
To Santana and Ortiz, but they're getting on national television.
Yeah.
They're getting their names out there. Johnny Silver, fuck yeah, raw dog.
Yeah, even if it's just for a quick job. I love seeing these indie guys get on the bigger shows. Like one of my current favorite indie wrestlers, Chris Bay, had an appearance on 205 Live to job out the Aria Davari. Oh yeah, and Impact and Ring of Honor. This man's going places. If you're not on that train, get on it now.
Shout out to Eli Everfly for showing up on one random SmackDown like a year ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, him and Delilah Doomfly.
Yeah,
she was in a match later in the card. It was
well, Eli Everfly is the only one that follows her Twitter, so
yeah.
Shout out him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eli Everfly. He follows us on Twitter. Got to bring it up every time we bring him up.
Yeah, one spot that was awesome was a belly to belly to the outside from Mercer onto Christian.
Oh yeah,
and Blake Christian was caught by KTB, who then hits him with a apron powerbomb.
Yeah, Blake Christian fucking died in this match on multiple occasions.
Oh yeah,
and still got his shit in. I love Blake Christian.
Yeah.
In this match, Jordan Oliver has so much potential. Like, oh my god! Like sometimes he does the most like crazy shit. His springboard cutter looks so fucking good.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
he is a young, dumb, broke prick, according to Joey Janela.
Yeah,
who said that on commentary.
Well, I mean, Jordan Oliver. Not only can he prove that he could wrestle well, he proves he's got a decent character work, if anything MLW has shown me.
Yeah.
With Injustice, his black brethren, Myron Reed.
and Kodo Brazil.
I don't know what to call him, because I know him by his indie name as well. So I don't know what to call him. I like Snoop Strikes better than I like Kodo Brazil. But...
So, we can talk about this match forever, but if you want to get anything else in before the finish, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Driver from Jimmy Lloyd onto Oliver for the win.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Ratings.
Yeah.
I gave an 88%.
I gave this a 93.
89.
All right. Nice. Now we can move on to the next match.
Boys, we have the greatest example of catch-as-catch-can wrestling that I have ever seen in the modern era. You had Tony Deppen taking on Schlack.
Exactly. I knew this was going to be a great match when we had one of the best technical wrestlers in the business today and Tony Deppen.
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, to prepare for this, he was studying the old masters, Johnny Saint, fucking Robbie Brookside.
Yeah.
I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. can learn a thing or two from watching this match. Schlack is just... He's beautiful. He is the best technical wrestler I've ever seen.
All right.
Man, like that time when he bounced in the ring after bouncing outside. Oh, man. And he landed on his neck so gracefully.
All right. Jokes aside, the narrative in this match was Schlack can't wrestle a technical match, and Schlack was trying to prove that people wrong.
Can wrestle.
Exactly. Schlack can wrestle. And he wasn't perfect. Schlack did a pretty damn good job for what we expected of him.
I mean, he did better than your average Nia Jax match, and she's making millions of dollars.
All right. Let's see. Funny enough, Tony Deppen was the one to introduce the weapons into this match.
He was the piece of shit that
he was the filthy deathmatch wrestler that
He's
we
the guy
all
that said-
hate.
He's the guy that said that he's too pretty for a death match, and then bringing out the weapons, because that's just how heel he is.
He was the only one to bleed, whether or not it was a tiny little speck of blood on his back. He bled.
He bled for this industry.
Oh my god! So yeah, Schlack actually did wrestle. Not only that, but like, it took towards the end of the match for him to even go back to his old character when he pulled out the old plastic bag,
Oh yeah.
which led into the finish.
Fucking before the finish, Deppen hit Schlack in the head with a piece of a door in memory of Jeff Cannonball. He was not dead, but he gave a shout to Jeff Cannonball before, so I wrote in memory.
Shout out to Cannonball.
He is my shooter.
Rip in peace.
Oh Jesus! So the match ends. Tony Deppen tries to suffocate Schlack with his own plastic bag, then hits him with the knee for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
I don't know whether to rate this match a 69 or an 85, so I'll give both those ratings.
I gave this an 87, whereas it could have been a meme match. I enjoyed it like as a match rather than a meme match.
And I gave it an 82.
All right, well, we're all in the 80s.
Yep, I liked it, but
Yeah.
It was fun.
up next we had Ophidian, the Cobra, or as Kevin Kill kept referring to him, Ophidian Cobra, taking on Jake Atlas.
Oh, this was a match I was looking forward to.
Got him with the psych.
We've got a rising star in Jake Atlas versus a veteran in the business in Ophidian.
Man, I remember fucking 2009, the most illegal move in wrestling. Ophidian just brainwashes everyone to do a fucking dance battle.
Oh my god, that was one of my favorite clips on YouTube back in the day. Ophidian just making everyone dance.
God,
Prior to the match, the bell ringer fucks up and doesn't ring the bell, then rings it not hard enough. So Ophidian asks him to do it again, and he still doesn't ring it hard enough, so he just gives up.
Do it a fucking again, asshole.
This is a very good match. Both men are great workers.
It was a very great technical match and one I actually enjoyed quite a bit.
I'm always gonna pop when we get a Quackenbush reference, commentary reference Mike Quackenbush in terms of helping train Ophidian. I'll always pop for Mike Quackenbush. I love Mike.
Yeah, I know Quackenbush only trains pajama cosplay wrestlers.
Exactly.
But a lot of the pajama cosplay wrestlers are a lot better than a lot of the wrestlers that Jim Cornette didn't train, because he doesn't fucking do that.
Well, I mean, that Argentine flatliner was pretty cool. Did you see that, Ray?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was a torture act.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Was it a torture rack? I've heard it called both.
They're
It was
kind
probably Argentine.
they're kind of the same, aren't they?
I've heard it called both because it's the torture rack because it's in the torture rack.
Mhm.
But like when they do moves off it, it's always called the Argentine.
I
the
always
Argentine
view the
neck
torture
breaker.
the torture rack is like a submission in the Argentine neckbreaker position.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was called. All I know is that I think Kevin Gill called it a fireman's carry flatliner, which is not that.
No.
So
Yeah,
but it was
because
that
in the
cool.
because in the Argentine neckbreaker or backbreaker, whatever, you're on your side on their shoulders. The fireman's
that's
carry
Argentine.
is you're laying on your stomach.
it was an Argentine backbreaker then. Flatliner.
It was a pretty cool spot. I mean, it was a good technical match, and something that you don't really get enough of is they used one finisher.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's so like on the independents nowadays, no one wants to protect their own finisher. They go out there and everyone's finish gets kicked out of so many times.
Seth Rollins. I'm sorry, what?
I said independence.
I don't know what you just said, Hash, but it sounded very not cool.
Speaking of which, no, I'm not going to go back to that yet. We'll go back to that at the end. Don't you worry.
We're gonna end on a high note, boys.
We're going to end on a really high note. Speaking of high note, we want to go to the finish.
Yeah.
LGBTDDT for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
I give it a 90, solid 90.
I gave this an 89.
92.
Oh, look at that. We're all keeping close tonight. It's very good. Very good. Next, we had the Battle of the Daddies.
Oh man, I wasn't sure which daddy I wanted more to win.
Oh my god,
We
I
had
was
Effie
torn apart.
taking on the dirty daddy, the filthy father, the putrid papa, the sadistic stepdad. I just called him that. I'm sorry, that's not very funny. We all have great stepdads.
Chris Dickinson.
All right, boys. All right. What's your least favorite Effie spot? Go.
Least favorite?
Yeah, your least favorite.
I don't have one.
I don't have. Yeah, I
Or his
fucking love
Rough Rider,
Effie.
maybe,
All of them were
'cause
great.
I just
Personally,
don't like being reminded of Zack Ryder.
my least favorite is the biting of the titty.
Oh,
Y'all
come on!
You ever get your titty bit?
How could you hate that?
Effective
Let
move.
me explain what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Effie was in the corner, and Dickinson chopped him. And Effie was saying harder, harder. So he chopped him harder. And then Dickinson goes, you know what, motherfucker? Do it to me. And he gets in the corner, and he wants Effie to smack him. Effie rears up like he's about to give him the biggest chop on this side of the Mississippi. And he fucking goes in and bites him on the nipple.
I can't deal with that. I've had that shit happen to me before. My PTSD.
You hated the nipple bite more than Dickinson biting Effie in the dick?
Well, I can't relate to that one.
Well, I'd hope so.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, we had the spot. Dickinson's in the corner. Effie gets up onto the second rope, does a little pelvic thrust. You know, just as Kevin Gill said, "Oh my god!" He said, "Oh my god, he's fucking him in the face." And then Dickinson bites him in the dick.
I don't like
to
that
force
spot.
him to let go of the spot. This was just an all-around really fun match.
It was, but it was still a good match. Like, it's not meme territory, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was quality wrestling. It's just with a little bit of fuck shit, you know?
Best mix of fun and just actual great wrestling, because these are two great wrestlers, two of my favorite wrestlers right now.
Yeah.
I'm happy I got to see this.
I liked when I think it was Effie that was getting spanked by Chris Dickinson.
Was it? No, I think Effie was spanking Chris Dickinson.
All right, it was the opposite way. But I liked that spot.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we hot shot into the finish?
Hot shot to the finish.
Pazuzu.
Yes, a Pazuzu bomb.
For the 1, 2, 3.
Through a door. Yeah.
For the 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Rated.
Gentlemen. What do you think?
I gave this a 92%.
I gave this a flat 90.
You're looking at a 95, Chico.
Oh boy. Wow. All right. Also, after this match, you know, as is tradition, Dickinson gets on the mic to say some shit, and he lets us all know that Effie does, in fact, fuck. Effie fucks.
You're welcome at Daddy's house anytime.
Yeah. All right. So, the next match, we got to sit there for an hour and a half. Well, Rich Swann came to the ring.
We got to sit there all night long, waiting for him to get to the ring.
You know, that's why they called it No Sleep. Because you ain't going to sleep.
We're all gonna sit here, and we're gonna watch Rich Swann come to the ring.
Taking on my boy Alex Colon. Shout out to Alex Colon,
winner of the Tournament of Survival,
and for protecting Schlack on Twitter.
Oh yeah, fuck everyone who talks shit about Schlack on Twitter. Go fuck yourself.
Schlack's not racist, and if racism was any less cool, it'd be Seth Rollins.
Oh my god, no!
That's right, boys. Effectively written today. Racism is cooler than Seth Rollins.
Oh my god.
At least racism doesn't think it's cool.
You know, let's get away from this topic and on to the match.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Purple hair?
Let's get off this topic and watch somebody beat the hell out of a black man.
Oh my god. Listen, he's a Puerto Rican, so like it's not as bad as if he was a white guy.
So my favorite spot from this match is when Swann starts drinking the claw and Alex Colon throws a chair at him.
Oh yeah, and then he takes a fan's Heineken, gets in the ring, and does a fucking tope. I don't know if it was a Conhilo or no, I think it was a Congiro or how the fuck you say that?
Conhiro?
Yeah, it was the one with the G.
Tope Conhiro.
Yeah, that one. Because he did a twist. The tope Conhilo is just the. It's just like the senton.
Senton.
Yeah. He did a twist. Landing and then chugging whatever was in the Heineken. The Heineken was damn near empty to begin with.
You're saying wrestling's fake?
No, I'm just saying whoever the fan he took that Heineken
It
from
was a
wanted.
stunt Heineken.
Yeah, it was a stunt Heineken.
Heineken.
Yeah. See that fan who lost the claw lost that entire claw because they were sipping it because White Claw tastes like ass.
You want to fucking fight?
I will throw hands right now. White Claw fucking sucks.
Let's fucking throw hands right now. I reserve the right to be the biggest douchebag in the house.
Speaking of White Claw, this is the first match where Joey Janela was really, really, really bad on commentary because he was fucking drunk off his ass.
It's almost like he got wasted during the intermission.
Yeah,
he needs to stop doing that because like his commentary was good for the first like few matches.
He had to run back to the commentary table. He didn't make it back in time.
What a fucking idiot.
Oh man, they broke out a chair, and for a decent part of the match, the chair was the only weapon used. And God, they got a lot of use out of that chair.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like spots where you use the bottom rungs of the chair on the neck, just hitting each other with the chair, spots on the chair. Jeez, they did as much as you could with the chair in a match.
Oh yeah, like it was a fun match, just overall.
Yeah, and just like everything else on this card, just really good.
Yeah. No real down match, I've noticed.
Alex Colon really showed that he's more than just a deathmatch guy in this match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That he, I've noticed that that's the way it is with a lot of modern deathmatch guys.
He was always a good pick in my EWR. Always a good hand. My EWR saves.
Don't say that.
Back in
Don't call him a good hand. He'll fight you.
At least it's not Sean Spears. I'm not just a good hand. I'm a good wrestler. Oh shit! I've lost every match. I'm proving everybody right. Fuck.
But yeah, back in the day, deathmatch wrestlers were just guys who weren't good enough to wrestle, but they didn't mind, cutting their skin open and taking sick bumps.
Sabu?
No, because Sabu was kind of like the prototype for the modern deathmatch wrestler.
Yeah, we're talking about the Sandman.
Yeah,
we're talking about the Sandman.
I'm talking about
Dreamer.
Yes,
I
am talking about people like that.
I was gonna say, do we find Tommy Dreamer as a good wrestler or just a deathmatch guy?
He's a good deathmatch guy. That's it, in my opinion.
Every time I see Tommy Dreamer on a fucking Impact card, I die a little bit.
Yeah,
he's even worse now than he was.
So 20 years ago. Don't get it twisted. I don't think Sabu sucked. Like I said, Sabu was more of a prototype for your modern deathmatch wrestler of guys who can go without the weapons, but they use the weapons to make it an even more better experience.
How about Mass Transit?
Oh my god! Is it? Can you call it a death match? Him a deathmatch wrestler? Because he
almost died.
Well, yeah, he did die.
Yeah, New Jack almost fucking killed him.
Oh my god! Let's get back into this. I don't have many more notes to either of you guys before we get into the finish.
No.
All right, so finish. What do we got?
Chair choke from Cologne for the win. It looked like it was going to be the foot stomp that was going to be the win, but Cologne totally missed the foot stomp.
That's right. That's what he missed for the 2. Like, completely fucking missed. Goes for the pin 1-2. Fuck it. Now I guess I'll choke him.
Yeah.
All right, ratings. I gave this an 88.
I gave it an 83.
85.
All right. Moving on to a match that was fucking insane, and in my opinion, match of the night. Oh my god, this match.
The Sauce, Alex Zane versus Zachary Wentz.
No relation to Carson. When I first saw this match announced, I knew it would rule, but it blew my expectations away, and I already had high expectations.
Yeah, it was a very, very good match.
This is one of those matches where I don't have a lot of notes, and I've watched this match like 2 or 3 times. And each time I just fucking put my phone down and watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so fast paced and there were so many cool moves and just these two guys were just going at 150 miles per hour. This, in my opinion, no slight onto the main event. This should have been the main event if it's purely based off of like how good the match was. Because I even on Twitter said, Jesus Christ, boys, people have to follow this match. and they made it very hard for the rest of the card.
Yeah, one of the spots that really stood out for me in a negative way was when Wentz used the ref to launch over the ropes for a crossbody. Like the ref went down fucking doggy position.
Oh yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Next fucking move, the ref stopped fucking Alex Zane from doing a dive.
The ref was the ref was in with Wentz.
Zach Wentz had the ref in his pocket.
The ref was a rascal.
Yeah, he was the fourth member.
You rascally ref.
I'm gonna rank my top 3 rascals.
Oh boy.
Number 3, Zachary Wentz. Number 2, Desmond Xavier. Number 1, Trey Miguel. This has concluded my top 3 rascals.
And you know, speaking of the 3 rascals, I believe was it Blake Christian that went on Twitter and said that we need to have a 6-man match, the Rascals versus Alex Zane, Blake Christian, and I guess Tony Deppen has been decided as the 3rd man for the other side. I want that match so fucking bad.
Well, I mean, it does make sense. Tony Deppen did bring in Alex Zane to GCW with Backyard Wrestling.
Yeah, I need that match. For the love of God, give me that match.
Ooh, could you imagine?
Oh,
that would be match of the year quality.
For fuck's sake, yes. Oh my God.
All right, boys, you want a hot shot to that finish?
All right, let's go.
Skibbity wah.
Front draw followed by a taco driver for the win. Lads, what do you rate this?
This, for me, 95.
Ash?
97.
Ooh.
I gave this a 93.
All right, well, I was going to say, wow, you were low on it, but you gave it a 90, a 90 plus. So even though you were lower than us, we all agree this was a fantastic match.
No, I think it's just because I've been watching a lot of fucking wrestling lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my mind just hasn't been in it for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at least these guys are cool. Unlike, say, a certain champion of a company. Seth Rollins. Boys,
between all these matches, like I had to watch like 14 hours of wrestling in the past 4 days.
Yeah.
All right, move on to the next match. As freshly squeezed orange Julius Cassidy taking on Matt Tremont, Father Matt Tremont, the Bulldozer, and
I didn't know.
Portman.
I didn't know what to expect in this match. I really didn't. Like what are you supposed to think? Like Orange Cassidy, a big comedy wrestler, and Matt Tremont like a fucking deathmatch legend.
Look, I definitely didn't expect Matt Tremont to bite into a fucking orange hole and
squeeze
it.
He weaponized citrus.
That's why he wears the sunglasses.
Matt Tremont truly is Florida man incarnate.
He broke into Cool Science Center, and he just straight up stole our schematics.
Yeah.
Damn it.
We tried to weaponize Latina mothers, but instead he took our weaponization of fucking citrus.
I know he's peeking at my fucking notes for wrestling gimmicks. I'm on to you, Matt Tremont. I'm on to you.
Man,
stay away from the Cool Science Center.
Exactly. I hope he doesn't use a chocolate next match. I don't want to see that bloodbath.
Oh God. Him versus Cabana Man Dan in a chocolate on a pole match.
That's what it is.
The chocolate and tequila death match.
Oh my God.
Can't wait for that. That's really all I had for this spot. Orange Cassidy really wrestled an Orange Cassidy match. Going so far, the whole they're sitting down and he barely taps him, stands up and just like
like before that, when Orange rolled out and got the chairs, I was like, excuse me? Orange is the one getting the weapons?
He was just exerting himself
too
much.
And then he took out the chairs and he sat down. He sat the cool way, by the way. He sat backwards on the chair.
He sat like a teacher that's trying to level with his students.
He was the youth minister.
The fucking youth pastor.
Hey kids, are you ready to learn about Jesus? Jesus is cool.
You know who isn't? CrossFit Jesus. I related it back.
Jesus H. Christ.
All right.
So I feel like there's only one rating to give this match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the finish and then get on to that rating that we all know we have in common.
Cassie won with a schoolboy. I don't know what you want me to say about that.
1, 2, 3.
69.
69.
96.
Oh.
Psych! Flip it backwards.
The Savage.
69, boys.
Flip it backwards and upside down.
Next, we have the main event.
The murderer of dark preachers and the only guy to kill a Cenobite, Matt Justice, taking on the King, Nick Gage, with Dewey Donovan.
Yes, so we got the traditional Dewey fucks kids chant.
Which, honestly, that's if that chant stops tomorrow, I won't miss it.
Yeah, fucking kids is less cool than Seth Rollins.
Oh my god.
We found the one thing less cool than Seth Rollins.
Pedophilia is not cool.
Not cool.
It's not okay?
Let me flip my chair around. Let's talk about pedophilia, kids.
How about we not talk about pedophilia, kids?
Oh, shit. So, Matt Justice got banged up really early.
Oh my god, yeah. First time I saw this, I didn't know how he got bloodied, but then I watched it again. Nick Gage grabbed Justice and just slammed his head into the brick wall repeatedly until Matthew Justice was bleeding profusely from his forehead.
It was some fucking dumb shit.
That was one of the first spots, and so he was bleeding the whole rest of the match.
Just a crimson mask. It was
fucking and he's still tough of the fucking
Yeah, they set up 4 chairs across 2 and 2 across from each other. Laid a door in between both of them. Put another 2 chairs on top of the door across from each other and put another door. Then Matthew Justice grabs Nick Gage, takes him up the stairs where GCW part owner and co-founder Brett Lauderdale is standing there, and Nick Gage pantses Brett Lauderdale so we all get to see them cheeks on the way up. And then they get up to the top of this little balcony area. They get on top of what looks to be folded up bleachers, and they're fighting, and then Nick Gage just throws Justice off through the doors.
So was that supposed to protect Justice, those 2 doors? Was
that
supposed to stop him in some sense, those hollow fucking doors?
Maybe, I don't know. I've seen this man jump off so much shit that he can't die at this point, so, do whatever. I'm waiting for him to jump into a fucking volcano or something in a fucking 7 Rings of Fire death match.
Oh man, you know who we need? We need Matthew Justice in 2K Originals.
Yes.
I want to see him take on Wicked Aleister Black.
Let me chokeslam him into the fucking pits of hell.
I want to see him take his soul with the Book of Death. I want to smash a tombstone over his head.
This is what happens when you kill Pinhead on fucking an actual event.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all just himself. He deserved this.
Yeah, God, this match was just brutal as fuck. Like, literally, what else could you expect? It's Matthew Justice and Nick Gage.
Yeah, it was very solid, and yeah, I walked away. I walked away for the better.
Yeah, it was really good. I loved this whole pay-per-view. Every match on here was fucking great. Of course, GCW always delivers. That's all I really have to say about it.
Oh, yeah. Unprotected chair shot for the Nick Gage win. What do you rate this match, guys?
I gave this a 90.
Oliver, go back to sleep.
Oliver was just giving his rating. What did you say?
I gave it an 83.
Oh, I thought I heard 70. Ooh, boy, that's...
Well, it looks like we gonna fight, both of you, because I also gave it a 90.
Hey, ring the fucking bell.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So cool ratings. What do we got?
Cooler than Seth Rollins. %.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of Seth Rollins, why don't we end the podcast on a horrible note? And
are we going to talk about Hello and Cello?
Talk about fucking HE double hockey sticks in a CE double hockey sticks.
It sucked.
Oh,
The end.
no, honestly, yeah, fucking. Let's see here. Let's rapid fire the rating. Let me give you my ratings. 60, 80, 75, 50, 49, 25, 40, 40, DNR.
Yeah. And the cool rating for the show. Cactus watched every single Hellraiser movie. And I'd rather do that than watch HE double hockey sticks and a CE double hockey sticks.
Don't give them false hope. I still have 2 to go, and apparently the 9th one is the worst one, so I can't wait for that shit.
I would rather watch Hellraiser 9 than fucking HE double hockey sticks, CE double hockey sticks, Hello and Cello, whatever the fuck you want to call it, ass, trash.
Now I don't know what we're gonna review next podcast. Definitely not the Blood Money show. I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about Impact. That's going to be on tomorrow.
Is on tomorrow.
Weeks, man. We've been showing for 2 weeks. We will find something because we all pay subscriptions.
Yeah.
You know what? We might talk about Progress Chapter 97. Has Cara Noir on it, and I forget. Taking on Ilya Dragunov. That's it. That's right. You want to get your British wrestling on, boys? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking do it. Yeah!
Well, nothing's set in stone and plans change. Well, who knows? Maybe the podcast will be canceled by the end of the week. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. For the sake of...
Seth Rollins is cool.
Oh.